Hi, I'm Mike with ExecuSpec Business Consulting, Leadership Development and Exceptional Skills Analysis. I want to talk to you about the need to succeed and its relationship to neurological disorders. Yeah, that's a real thing. Because of the power of the information highway, the smartest person in the room is no longer necessarily the leader. So if having the wits to outsmart the competition is no longer providing a competitive advantage, then what will separate your business from the rest of the pack? The answer to that is found in a study that was recently conducted that said that by the year 2020, there will be 3 leadership competencies that will be absolutely necessary for successful business and leadership. And those competencies are critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity. However, these things are being threatened by the most unlikely of culprits in the business environment today. An April 2016 issue of Mindful magazine reported that ADHD is no longer a child's diagnosis. That better than 10 million adults ages 18 through 44 suffer from some level of ADHD. And of course, an inability to maintain focus for any length of time stifles the ability to create, solve problems, and think critically. And that number is on the rise. We cannot run a business if we can't execute these kinds of necessary leadership competencies. Now, I don't want to really spend time talking to you about all the psychological ramifications of ADHD, but what I do want to do is shed some light on the fact that in so many cases, so many leaders are subjecting themselves to potentially devastating neurological disorders because of the schedule that they keep and poor downtime practices. I want you to consider this statement that came from thelearningmind.com, thelearningmind.com. April 8th, 2018, just this year, they said that a stressed and overloaded brain is at a high risk of dementia and other neurodegenerative disorders like Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer's. I need to say that again because you need to really let this soak in. A stressed and overloaded brain is at a high risk of dementia and other neurodegenerative disorders like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. That is incredible. Now, you take these facts, these truths, and you couple them with the need to be creative in business, the need to think critically, the need to solve problems, and we can safely say that we are headed toward a huge crisis in maintaining a competitive advantage, not just locally, but globally. We're attempting to reach our organizational goals by working harder rather than working smarter. The good news is there's a lot of companies that are already addressing this. They're challenging their team to figure out ways to be more efficient in a 4-day work week rather than a 5-day work week. And they're actually figuring this out and getting it done, giving their workers a 3-day work weekend to be able to unplug and get themselves refreshed for another productive work week next week. Now, this is pretty much the end of my video, but my next video, I want to talk with you about some of the principles and practical tips that you can begin to look at right now in your life, in your workday, and figure out how you can begin to reduce the potential onslaught of this problem, this neurological problem that is affecting adults, especially in this digital age that we live in. These are things that I will discuss that you can do right now in order to combat this threat of ADHD and brain overload. Begin redeveloping creativity, redeveloping the skills for problem solving and critical thinking. In the meantime, thank you for joining me in these few minutes. Be looking for my next video as I give you some tips to help you become a sharper leader. Thanks for joining me. Live long and prosper. Thank you. We'll see you again.